Oh my days, the footballing world is still going, man. I can't believe I'm still having to sit here making these videos. I mean, I do like making these videos, but it's just a shame. But anyway, before we get into anything, welcome back to the channel, people. You know the face, you know the name. Aaron here, back again with another video. Shout out to everybody always tuning in, man. I appreciate every single one of you. I appreciate your support. As you can see, the studio is still not studioing. I'm still in the process of ordering everything, making sure everything is sent over to my yard correctly, so I can start building it and I can start doing this studio thing properly. So until then, it's gonna have to be the raw way. It's gonna have to be It's gonna have to be the unconventional way. It's gonna have to be the weird way, with me holding this makeshift microphone and doing it from the camera that I still have. But yeah, anyway, shout out to everybody always tuning in, man. I appreciate you guys that are tuning in and are leaving the comments and, you know, liking, sharing, subscribing, interacting with me basically. So yeah, shout out to you, man. I don't think I'd ever be talking about this in depth like that, but I want to talk about Barcelona, man. As you know, Ilkay Gundogan is leaving Barcelona on a free. He's joining Manchester City again. And I'm not a Barcelona fan, but it just left a bitter taste in my mouth because when we were kids, yeah, and obviously I've got a range of people watching me, so I don't know what your age is if you're watching, but my generation, we grew up watching Barcelona and holding them to such a high regard and such a high standard. Like, playing for Barcelona was like a dream. That club was so prestigious. Like, there was such a huge prestige that came with the club because they had a reputation, they had a rich history, they still do. They had iconic footballers play for their club, and to see what it's become today, man, it's a bit of a shame, I'll be honest with you. And maybe we should talk about the Ilkay Gundogan situation first. When he signed for Barcelona, he signed a 2-year deal. Remember, he left Man City on a free, signed a 2-year deal. That deal got automatically extended to 2026 due to appearances, which I believe was a clause in the contract, so fine. And he even took a pay cut to go and play for Barca because, again, that was his dream. Like so many other players, like, from the outside looking in, you're thinking, raw, like, I'm going to play for the iconic Barcelona. And I think for those who watched the documentary on Amazon Prime about some of the footballers' wives, you know, explaining their day-to-day occupations, I think it was Jorginho and his wife, it was Mahrez and his wife, and it was Gundogan and his wife. It could be someone else, but I forgot. If I did forget, please let me know in the comment section. So obviously, when they were following Gundogan and his wife around, they were talking about the potential transfer to Barcelona. And from what I could see, like, he seemed so excited, and the wife seemed excited as well. Because obviously, bro, you're going to live in Barcelona. Like, that's a nice city to live in. I was there last year in the summer, in June. And bro, who wouldn't want to live in Barcelona in the summer? Come on, man. You've got the beach, the food, you've got everything. So to see Gundogan go there, I genuinely believed him when he said it was a dream come true. Played almost all the games. In my opinion, he was in my opinion, he was their best player throughout the whole season. Scored important goals. But I've seen signs that led me to believe, okay, I don't think Gundogan is going to last here. Not because it's his fault, but because the people around him don't understand him. So the first time, there were two signs for me. The first time was when they lost the El Clasico against Real Madrid. Remember, Jude Bellingham scored those 2 goals away against Barcelona. And according to reports, Gundogan was annoyed, like really annoyed, because obviously you just lost a game against your arch rivals, your fiercest rivals. You just lost to them at home. Of course you're going to be annoyed. You're going to be upset. He reportedly, I have to say reportedly because obviously we can't confirm whether it's true or not unless he confirms it. He went back into the dressing room and apparently found his teammates laughing Joking. Like, they haven't just lost to one of their fiercest rivals and one of the other contenders for the La Liga title. And that annoyed him because, again, he just came from Man City. He just came fresh off winning a treble. So the standards were still there. You can't see it, yeah. The standards for him were still there. But to his surprise, a lot of Barcelona players' standards were here. And I resonate with that. I fully resonate with that. And hold on, before I get to what I want to say, second sign and final sign that I saw was when he came out, and I don't know, there was definitely a post-match interview after the game that I'm going to mention, but I don't know if there was a post-match interview from him, Gundogan, after the Clasico as well, where he mentioned the mentality. He questioned the mentality of the team, of his teammates, because how do you let a lead slip like that, lose at home against your fiercest rivals, and then be in the dressing room all laughing and kikiing and joking around? Why? And I hear that. So on to the second sign and final sign that I saw, which led me to believe that Gundogan's not going to stay at Barcelona, is when they lost at home again in the Champions League against PSG. And remember, Araujo made that stupid mistake, got himself sent off, made that mistake, got himself sent off. I think PSG even got a penalty subsequently after that, which they scored, I believe. If I'm wrong, please correct me in the comment section. And again, he questioned the mentality and the mentality of his teammates. And he said something along the lines of, in his post-match interview, we can't be making silly mistakes like that. We can't be letting, the team back into the game, like the opponent back into the game like that. Mentality, like something along those lines. But basically, a lot of the times that Gundogan talked in post-match interviews after losses or draws, he questioned his teammates' mentality because, again, he came from a team where mentality was everything. Look at the way they won the league against Villa. Do you know what I mean? Like, those moments, look at the way they won the FA Cup against Manchester United, where he scored after like 10 seconds. Like, he was their most clutch footballer, their most clutch player. And here he comes into the dressing room where everybody's just chilling and vibing. And this might be a bit of a, you're living in Barcelona, nice weather when it's not winter time, and you know what I mean? Like, maybe that's playing a bit of a part, and maybe everybody's just on chilling. You get me? Everybody's just on chilling, and maybe that's why Barcelona are not winning anything anymore regularly like they used to, because everybody's just on vibes, bruv. So those two signs for me were the indicators that he wasn't going to last at Barcelona. And I want to get onto the next point, the way the club treated him. And this is going to bring me onto the finance part as well. Obviously, we've been known for years that Barcelona are trying to offload players, which is a very strange business model. They're trying to offload players so they can bring new players in and register them, because apparently, due to their financial issues, they can't register too many players at the same time. For example, as we speak, yes, Gundogan's gone. Officially, he's off the books. And they still can't register Dani Olmo. They still can't do it. So, yeah. So they got rid of him because they wanted to register Dani Olmo. But my question is this. How many more times are you going to offload players to register new players? And how many times are you going to keep disrespecting other players? And I know that the football business is a shrewd one. I know the football business is very cruel. It's a very cruel business. And I know it's a very harsh business that doesn't forgive. You see the Raheem Sterling situation. Man got stripped off his number. Crazy. So you see how cruel the business is. But there's a certain level of humanity that you need to maintain. Knowing the values of Barcelona, they keep saying, that's their slogan, they keep saying it, Més que un club, more than a club. Right now, you're not showing that. You haven't been showing that for the past years. How many players are going to come in, vow to the world and explain to the world that they love this club, they've been dreaming of playing for this club, and then you just treat them like nothing? Gundogan accepted to come on a lower salary signed a 2-year deal. 2-year deal got extended automatically due to appearances till 2026. And that's how you treat him. And bro, he left the club without accepting any other payments, bro. He terminated his contract and said, yo, I'm gone. But at the same time, the club's forcing him out because Dani Olmo's the new flavour. With all due respect to Dani Olmo, I don't think he's anywhere near the level of Gundogan. That's what I'm thinking. But he's still a good player, though. So my question is, how many more times are you going to do this? Because you can talk about, it's all good and well talking about we're building a new stadium, we want to get back to the top, we're this, we're that, Barcelona, més que un club, more than a club, all of that, but you're not showing it. Your actions are not showing it. Examples. Aubameyang left Arsenal, joined Barcelona, explained that this was his dream to play for Barcelona. And look at how you treated him. He was gone after 6 months, bro. 6 months, you know. Was it 6 months? No, it was in January. And then, yeah. He joined in January, I think. And then he left the following January. So he was there for a year. He was there for 2 half seasons, bro. And you dashed him out like nothing because you wanted to bring in somebody else. And I forgot who it was. That's one example. Another example, Frank Kessie joined the club on a lower salary. Again, somebody who loved and absolutely, it was his dream to play for Barcelona. He rejected everyone else after leaving AC Milan because he wanted to play for Barcelona. 1 season, dashed him out. And this man done a lot for Barcelona. Scored the winning goal for them when they needed it the most to win the title. That same title, that one title that they won in the past few years, it was thanks to Frank Kessie who scored that all-important goal. And that's how you treat him. And now you've got the Gundogan situation. This is how you treat him. Bro, it's shambolic, man. It's shambolic. And in terms of the finances and registering players and getting players off the books and stuff like that, if you think getting rid of Gundogan, if you think Gundogan is the one you need to sacrifice to register new players, and surprise, surprise, you still can't register Dani Olmo. If you think Gundogan was the one you should have sacrificed, you've got it all wrong. You've got it all wrong. With all due respect, yeah, you've got Lewandowski sitting there on God knows how much money. But he's playing, so that's a difference. You've got Frankie de Jong who's still sitting there on more than 400 grand a week, I believe. Barely plays. In recent times, in the last 2 seasons, always injured. But Gundogan is the one you think you need to sacrifice. Usually, I don't really take part in these club versus player thing, yeah, because I believe everybody has their motives. But in this particular case, bro, I have to take Gundogan's side because the way he's been treated has been nothing short of an embarrassment. And I say this with all due respect to the club. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, I think it's a shambles, man. And they need to review this business model. Why can't you do the same thing? Because why can't you do the same thing as Chelsea, for example? Because you're not the first team and you ain't going to be the last team that's going to have financial issues when it comes to recruitment. You're not going to be the first and the last team that's got financial issues in terms of everything at the club. Why not use this opportunity and really, again, més que un club, more than a club, and show it with your actions that you are more than a club? Instead of still trying to go and attract superstars, quote unquote, why not live by the reputation that you built? Bring in the youngsters. And I know they've brought in the likes of Fermin Lopez, they've brought in the likes of Kubarsi, they've brought in the likes of Balde, they brought in the likes of Pedri and Gavi. Why not build a full team? Yes, you can do it. A full team from the academy. And then you had Xavi there as the coach who came from La Masia as well. Why not live by that? No, you're still trying to go outside and bring in superstars. Now you can't register them. It's a shame. It's a shame that, you know, a club like Barcelona now has gotten to this stage, and it's really sad. It's really sad in my opinion, but yeah, man. Let me know what you think in the comment section below because I'm disappointed. But on the other hand, City are getting back a clutch player, a player that's won stuff for them and can win stuff for them again, bro. And the way football works, you know what's going to happen. In some strange way, Barcelona and Man City are going to face each other in the knockout phase of the Champions League. And Lord knows what can happen there, because Gundogan will be taking his revenge for sure. So, yeah, man, let me know in the comment section below what you think. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Hopefully more news to come during the week. On the weekend, I was busy. I was abroad working on some stuff. I can't really say what it is yet. So that's why I haven't been able to bring out any videos on football. But this weekend, I will definitely do so. So, yeah, keep your eyes locked on my channel. Like I said, the makeover is happening. Don't worry, it is happening. On Mondays, I might bring out... Actually, no, on Sundays, because I go to church and we've got a studio there, I might record some stuff there and then release it during the week. So keep your eyes locked on my channel for that, maybe. So maybe if you want a more professional decor, you will see that if I record on Sunday. So yeah, apart from that, people, you know what to do, man. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.